Hey, how's it going, guys? It's your boy Blu-rayDave back with another. I don't know what type of video this is, but I've talked about this briefly on a YouTube short before. This was like months back. I feel like I really want to go in depth with this. Now, I watch a lot of like Blu-ray channels, right? Like, content creators are dedicated to like talk about Blu-rays as much as I am, and they always talk about like the value of the Blu-rays, like especially like old prints or whatever. But as I look at these, I feel like these are criminally underrated. Like if you're an MCU fan or not, but you have to understand why these two particular Blu-rays are valuable in your Blu-ray collection. All right. Like again, if you're not a Marvel fan, that's fine. If you just like the movies in general, or whatever, but you still gotta have these in your collection, right? So here I'm here to talk about, yes, the very old prints of Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk, the original 2008 Blu-rays. Yep, I got these used but pretty new, like pretty like not new but like in good conditions, and the slip covers too. Like you gotta have the slip covers, right? Oh man, I got these at cheaper prices, right? Like I remember Amazon had this for $13, so I got this 2 summers ago. If you guys remember this, like I reviewed these too, and I've got this at my local Goodwill last fall. I think I got this around $1 or $2, but hey, that's not bad. But as soon like when I bought this, well, the first time I saw this over there, I immediately thought like, what kind of idiot would want to give this away? Like they're stupid. Like, why would they give this one away? Like, do you know how valuable this one is? Like, as much as this one is? Like, well, they're both equally valuable, right? So I am never, ever going to sell these away. Like, even if people have these used, they still sell them for sometimes a crazy amount of money. Like, I know eBay sometimes, they sell, like, this, for example, like $13, whether it's brand new or used. But, like, yeah, but I don't know. If it's used, I feel like yeah, 13 is a very like reasonable price, right? If it's brand new, and because these both are 15-year-old movies, man, yeah, I would just like double the prices, like um and man, like as much as I love like the 10-year anniversary covers for the physical Blu-rays and the digital movies, it's just something about these that really stand out, and this cover was most common up till I'd probably say till 2018 till like Universal released their new version. So why don't we get started and looking at the very first cover copy, if you will, of Iron Man. Yep, this is the Ultimate 2-disc edition. And I still have the stickers for these. Like, I've always debated about like stickers on slipcovers just because like they take up some of the space, but like at the same time, like they're pretty cool. But I still have them. And remember, this was a Paramount release, right? Like they used to do this, and the case is kind of short. Like you could see like the case on the top here, so they didn't really cover the full case. Yeah, I really love that Blu-ray logo there. They put it on the spines and on the back. Oh my gosh, look at the back. Yep. And they've done this with the DVD release too. Like, you get Tony Stark underneath as well. But here's the thing with the slipcovers. So this is a Blu-ray, right? The arc reactor, like, it's all there, right? But when you get the DVD cover, the arc reactor like hole, it's like they showed this, right? Like, oh man, I almost lost my words. Like, okay. And the back is very different too. One of my good YouTube buddies has the DVD copy of this. So yeah, everything is still intact. Yeah, you get like a couple of slips here, and you get the original discs. And there was actually a reprint of this, and I don't know if I have it anymore, but when you get the reprint of this, I'm not talking about the 2011 one. The Blu-ray case is this, so you don't technically get everything. Of course, you get like the two bonus. Yes, 2 discs. The second one is bonus, but like, yeah, what are you gonna do, right? So we got the BD live user guide. Remember, this was like Blu-ray was still like it was still new at the time, right? And here's an important notice telling you that a Blu-ray disc is different from DVD, which means you have to have a Blu-ray player, and that's still the case today. And I'm just noticing this too now. By the way, this was kind of a big deal too. Like the Blu-ray logo, it's pretty big compared to what we get now. Yeah, it's a great box set, guys. I recommend you getting this. But if you were there on day one when you buy it, like the release date, like you guys are lucky. Again, hopefully you guys didn't get rid of this. So here we got like Iron Man, the Ultimate 2-disc edition. Now we got the Incredible Hulk. Again, this was a Universal release, but recently Disney got back the rights for the Hulk. So I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with future Hulk Blu-ray releases. But oh my gosh, guys! Like, look at the 3D lenticular slipcover. And again, this is another one of those rare cases because, I guess taken literally too. This also had the green Blu-ray case. I remember Jim Carrey's The Grinch had the green case too. Like that was still around when I was growing up. Yeah, and like I was saying, like this was still like Universal's cover for this movie until like 5 years ago. Like again, same with Iron Man, right? Even if you don't get everything, sure, like you don't get the slipcover, but you do get the green case too. And again, it varies. Like you also get everything else inside too. But again, when they use this Blu-ray, sure, they kept the cover, but they have a regular blue case. And if you guys have been around my channel for a long time, you guys know I had that copy, right? And I gave it away. And sometimes it would have this, but mine did not have that. So, and again, let's see. The disc has always remained the same for 15 years. Like even if when Universal was making like new re-releases, like they did not bother changing the disc art. I mean, I love it, but like I said, I'm curious to see how Disney is gonna like change the disc art for that and like maybe give it the Disney blue. So what I just pulled out is the old digital copy disc. In order to use digital copy, like you had to download it from this disc, and there was a code in here too. Yep. Okay, I want to get back to this point again. Again, even if you have this copy with the Blu-ray disc and the green case and with this cover, sometimes it would only include the user guide, which we'll get to that in a little bit. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright, so the user guide. And sometimes even with the blue case, they would include this too. Just look at that, guys. I remember when I really got into the MCU almost 10 years ago, I was just like, I kept watching so many, again, dedicated MCU channels that had these original releases, and I thought, man, I want those old releases, but I know my parents will never... Like even if I asked, like they would never like get me these copies. So like, you know, that was just my thinking back in the day. Actually, we gotta put this the correct way. So we put that there. Put you in here. Put this bad boy in here. And this also did come with the sticker too. I kept that one too. So yeah, there's the original release for the Incredible Hulk. Like I said, honestly, guys, no matter what other Blu-ray YouTubers say like what are the most valuable Blu-rays in your collection, honestly these two are the most valuable to have in your Blu-ray collection. Like I said, these two are criminally underrated unless if you're a committed MCU fan and you know how popular and important this is. Like you're gonna be like, okay, there's gonna be like generic like people who love to watch movies, and again if they're not in the MCU, they're never going to understand like how like great these Blu-rays are. Yep. I can never put a price on these because like they're mine. Like I own them personally, and this is part of MCU history, part of the MCU library. And like if my friends want to know what kind of releases came out, and if they're interested in the MCU, I'll be like, okay, if you're gonna start Blu-ray collecting, and specifically for Marvel Studios, you got to get these. All right, like sure, you can go with the current ones, right? You guys know I have the current ones. Like I keep forgetting this is a thing. Like I double dipped on the MCU so many times, guys. What movies have I double dipped the most? I'm looking at my MCU collection right here. But it's nice to double dip, right? Because especially with Disney, like they have to release everything, and plus because Blu-rays run on internet specifically, they have to keep updating the discs, which got me concerned about the Incredible Hulk because again, when Universal had the rights and when they kept re-releasing the movie in different forms, they still kept the disc the same. But hey, it still works. Like I've tested every Blu-ray since then, and they still work pretty well. But like even with some of the older Marvel movies that Disney has re-released, like let's say like the first Iron Man, it's gonna say disc 1 and everything is gonna remain the same from what you got in this copy, right? But it always bothered me, like how come Disney doesn't add the bonus material like discs, like the extra ones from the early days? But again, if you had the digital copies of the movies, like sometimes they add everything, and sometimes that's better for people, like if they want to have more bonus features but they don't want to put it like on a physical disc, they can watch like the digital copies, right? Yeah, it just feels so great holding these in my hands because again, these two are so valuable, and I'm never gonna give these away. If I had to put these in a display case, I would. Alright guys, this was just kind of like a quick video on like why these two Blu-rays are the most valuable and most important to have in your Blu-ray collection. Again, if you're an MCU fan or a generic fan of Blu-rays and you want to get your hands on the most rare Blu-rays, yes, these are the most rare, okay? Again, I've seen other Blu-ray covers like from the early days that they are rare, but like, yeah, but they're never going to be as rare as Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. So, but again, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit the post notification bell to share my content if you haven't already. And what other Blu-ray related videos do you guys want me to make? Because I'm trying to be like these guys, like specifically like films at home. Like he is such a cool dude. Excuse me. I would love to be on his podcast. Like just talk about my general love for physical media. Like it's not just Blu-rays. Like you guys know me. I'm a sucker for like, besides old copies of some favorite things I love, like I love VHS tapes. Like oh my gosh, I grew up with that stuff, and unfortunately these sad kids today, they don't know what a VHS is. Like I would love to make a video on VHS if you guys like me to. That video needs to be prepped though, and I don't know if I could do it here. But again, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for inviting me. The Lord be with you guys. Always up, guys. Peace out, guys, and remember, Avengers assemble. Alright, you have a good night, guys. Bye.